Now the next thing we are looking at is the simple model of an atom. How an atom looks like. We may look at this diagram to understand it before we continue. So inside an atom we have the center, and the center is called the nucleus. And inside the nucleus you have P and N. When we say P plus N, P means what? Protons. And then N means what? Electrons. We have put them here. P means protons, N means neutrons, and E means electrons. So inside the center of an atom we have protons and neutrons. Then in shells, we call these ones shells. In shells we have electrons. So we can now say that an atom consists of protons, neutrons, and electrons. We call those three things subatomic particles. So an atom consists of three subatomic particles, which are protons, neutrons, and electrons. Okay, now the protons are positively charged. We are now talking about the charges. And remember, the protons are inside the nucleus. Electrons, for them, they are negatively charged, while neutrons have no charge. Another way of saying they have no charge is by saying they are neutral. Neutrons, neutral. They are neutral. It is even easy to remember. Neutrons are neutral, meaning that they don't have positive charge, they don't have negative charge. So therefore, they have no charge. So we have said the protons have charge, positively charged. The neutrons have no charge, but they are inside the nucleus, the center of an atom. Then these electrons, which are in shells, for them they are negatively charged. Okay? Now, that one now takes us to the next statement, that protons and neutrons, as we have seen in the diagram, the protons and neutrons, where they found, are in the nucleus of an atom, while electrons are in shells. Okay, the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. So, electrons are negatively charged. Protons are positively charged. So, the number of positive charges in an atom must balance with the number of negative charges, which means an atom is electrically neutral. Electrically neutral means the number of charges, positives and negatives, must be the same. So if this atom has 18 electrons, for example, or let us say 20 electrons, how many electrons are here? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Maybe there could be others here. So let's just assume, supposing they have 16 electrons, it means the protons must also be 16. The number of positive charges, the number of protons, must be equal to the number of negative charges, which is the number of what? Electrons, making an atom electrically neutral. Now, whenever we talk about an atom, there are some words which we cannot miss. One of them is atomic number. Now, atomic number, we always use the letter Z to represent. Atomic number simply means the number of protons, the number of positive charges. And remember, the protons are in the nucleus of an atom. The number of protons, the number of positive charges alone, that is atomic number. The number of protons in the nucleus of an atom. Okay, then we have another word, mass number. If you don't want to call it mass number, you call it atomic mass. We always use the letter A to represent the mass number or atomic mass. Another name for this, if you don't want to call it mass number or atomic number, you can call them nucleon number. You see this word here? Nucleons. Nucleons come from the word nucleus. So when somebody asks you, what do you mean by nucleons? Let's start from here. Nucleons mean particles. These are particles in the nucleus. Just look at this word, nucleons is related to the word nucleus. So those things which are in the nucleus are the ones we call nucleons. Let's go back to the diagram. We say the nucleus is the center of an atom. What are those things which are in the nucleus? Protons and neutrons. So when somebody says, define the word nucleons, you simply say, these are particles in the nucleus. And what are they? That is protons and neutrons. What about if somebody says nucleon number? You see? So nucleon number is the same as saying mass number, and is the same as saying atomic mass. You see? It is the same as saying atomic mass, and it is the same as saying nucleon number. So what do you mean by mass number or atomic mass? It is the total number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus of an atom. So while atomic number deals with the protons alone, the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom, the mass number deals with the total of those things, the total number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus of an atom, as you can see in the diagram. You see? Protons and neutrons. So protons alone, that is atomic number. Then protons and is the mass number. That one is the mass number.